Hi everyone, I just hit 500 subscribers today, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you my Angry Birds plush toy collection, starting from the birds to the pigs. Okay, so first off, I have this classic red bird plushie. Technically his name is Red, but I have had him for a very long time. I have been using him from my Angry Birds series episodes. Next I have Super Red, or Space Red, from the Angry Birds Space game. And I know I've used him from the Angry Birds Space movie, but I'm going to be making the sequel, Angry Birds Space movie 2. Next is Luke Skywalker Redbird from the Angry Birds Star Wars game. I don't know if I'll be using him yet, but I will be using him in an Angry Birds Star Wars series. And then I have Red from the Angry Birds movie. So yeah, that's my Red collection. And then on to the Yellow Bird collection. First I have Classic Yellow Bird, or Chuck, from the Angry Birds game. Next, Laser Bird, or Laser Chuck. I'm also going to use him in an Angry Birds Space movie too. Next, I have Han Solo Bird. I'm probably going to use him. And then Chuck from the Angry Birds movie. I don't know when I'm going to be using Angry Birds movie Chuck. And next is my bomb collection. I have the classic bomb. And then Fire Bomb with Space Bomb. I'm also going to use him in the sequel. And Bomb from Angry Birds movie. I don't think I've used him yet, but I'm pretty sure. I guess I'm pretty sure I might use him somehow. And now I'm going to go with my Bluebird collection. This is the Bluebird. This is one of the blues. This is Jim. And then I have the Lightning Bluebird. That might also be Jim. And then I have Angry Birds movie Blue. I think these birds are supposed to be Jim, Chick, and Jay, but I can duplicate this bird and this bird, and I guess I can duplicate this bird to make them Jim, Jack, and Jay. Next is my Matilda collection. I have the classic Matilda. I'm also using her in this series. And then I have the Matilda from an Angry Birds movie. I've used this a lot in my EKG movies. I've also been using Red in my EKG movies too. And next is my Terrence collection. First up is Terrence from the Angry Birds series. I think I've been using him. Next is Space Terrence, or the Incredible Terrence. Next I have Chewbacca Terrence, or Chewie. Sure. Obviously, I'm not really sure when I'm going to be using the Angry Birds Star Wars characters and making the Angry Birds Star Wars episode series. For Star Wars. I don't really watch Star Wars, but I played the Angry Birds Star Wars game. Now I have the Star collection. I only have 2. I have Princess Leia. Then I have Stella from Angry Birds Space movie. Not Angry Birds Space movie, the Angry Birds movie. I get mixed up with the Angry Birds Space and Angry Birds. I don't know what's up with that. And I have Hal, or as they call him, the Boomerang. Then I have Icebird, or they might call him Isaac or Icy. Then I have the Mighty Eagle from the Angry Birds movie. I don't really have the classic Mighty Eagle from the Angry Birds game. Can't really afford it, Mighty Eagle plush. Obviously because it's really expensive. Now let's move on to the pigs. I got the King Pig from I've been using him as a nerd from the Angry Birds series. Then I have the female pig from the Angry Birds Seasons update. Hogs and Kisses. I've also used that female pig as Pigoletta in my recent occasion movie. Then I have Darth Vader pig from Angry Birds Star Wars. And then I have the actual Leonard from the Angry Birds movie. Leonard's a funny villain in the movie because he's just a different race. That's what he does. I have the Minion pig, or I call him Ross for short. And then I have the Stormtrooper pig from Angry Birds Star Wars. Haven't really used it yet, but I will. Last but not least, I have Mustache Pig, or Foreman Pig. And then I have Helmet Pig, or Corporal Pig. And so that is my Angry Birds plush collection. I just wanted to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. Subscribe to channel if you so I love you and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.